Alright, so this is the last one of the A+ guides that I've got to post. After trying to beat this one on Expert, this one really hasn't been too much of a problem. The only problem I have here really is the Peashooter. Using that on this boss really isn't a lot of fun. I think most people who do this are going to be using the crack shot. If you are struggling with this fight, I'd really recommend just using the crack shot, because it just kind of locks onto him and then you can focus on just sort of dodging everything. I haven't put this one in 50% speed because there's not a huge amount to explain really, other than avoid getting hit. It's pretty much all you need to do on this fight. Make sure you're getting your parries off the sugar cubes. Really using Ms Chalice's invincible roll is a massive, massive help in this fight. With the limes, you can duck under the ones that come under the bottom of the screen, and you can invincible roll over the other ones, so you can spend a lot of your time crouching when those appear on screen. But if you've tried this fight on Expert, you'll know that regular is a bit of a cakewalk in comparison to that. Like, the stuff you've got going on screen may seem like a lot when you first do this on regular, but doing it on Expert is absolutely crazy. So, I think this is probably the hardest phase of the fight. You just kind of want to, if you're using the crack shot, just hold shoot to get the salt pepper shakers, or the pepper shakers. And if I'm using the Peashooter, so I've kind of just got to walk towards them, keeping my eyes on the fire. Again, like, there's really not a huge amount to tell you other than to use the invincible roll and avoid getting hit. Stuff is just a nuisance. They, like, purposely overload this fight. This little bit of fire is really annoying. A really useful strategy that I sort of picked up was just to duck under the peppercorns that are coming at you. If you're trying to jump too much, then you're probably going to get hit. So it's a good idea just to duck out the way of them rather than jumping a lot of the time. It's really hard to practice the later phases because they take a while to get to. Alright, so I like to just stay to the side of this thing, and as it bounces, go under it. And again, if you're using a lock-on weapon, maybe a little bit easier for you to hit your shots. I've kind of got to jump at it. And this part of the fight takes a while to get done, just because the Peashooter can't lock onto this thing, and I've kind of just got to keep jumping up and parrying. And even though I didn't get the gold on the time for this level because of how long this part takes, I still got the A+, and that's all I was really bothered about. But yeah, if you're using the crack shot, following this strategy, the A+ really shouldn't be too difficult for you. Using the Super 1 for this fight, because it just shoots across the screen, and that's basically the main way I do damage to her here. Yeah, you want to make sure you get those 6 super uses in. This thing just bounces back and forth, and you can hit a lot of parries on it as well to get your super meter up. I'm just trying my best to stay alive here and hit a few shots where I can, but yeah, there we go. Honestly, not a huge amount to explain about that one. It's just a very hectic level. And the strategy really relies heavily on the invincible roll for the first part. I feel like the first part is definitely the most manic. And this is the longest stage on the game, I think. You get 3 minutes to get the time. I didn't get the time there, but it still gives you the A+ if you max out everything else, which is fine by me. But yeah, I've got guides for the other bosses if you're interested in seeing those. I've also got some expert stuff coming out soon. That's about it. I'll see you next time.